And welcome back to American Agenda. I'm Heather Childers along with Bob Sellers. Actress Natalie Portman was apparently shocked to find gender bias along with some other issues in many old fairy tales, meaning too many characters she thought were males. So she started rewriting stories. So far, she's rewritten The Three Little Pigs, The Tortoise and the Hare, and The City Mouse and The Country Mouse. And all given the woke Portman treatment, we can say. Yeah, there's her book where she includes all of them, Natalie Portman's Fables. And so she's changing some of the references to some of the characters' genders, but there's also some other issues that she's dealing with. The question is woke culture. It has now come to your child's library. This is not the first time that we're hearing about this. Kira, I'll start with you. What do you think about this? Do these need to be rewritten?
No, not only do they not need to be rewritten, it's woefully ignorant to do this because fairy tales are not just stories. Fairy tales are actually a glimpse into the past of how we taught our children the difference between right and wrong, of how we taught our children the dangers of leaving mom and dad before it's time, or eating too much bad food, or, trusting strangers. There are many deeper significances to fairy tales than just, well, this is problematic, or this person should be a girl instead of a boy. So there's a lot that she's erasing there. It's not just silly fairy tales written by male chauvinist pigs.
Yeah, pigs, no pun intended. And we were actually out here discussing that. I didn't know that the Three Little Pigs actually had genders associated with them. And when I was trying to read up on it a little bit, it did explain it further. And it's not necessarily just gender that she has an issue with. It's the overall messages. So within the Three Little Pigs fable, for example, she takes the straw house. Remember the straw house part of that? And the straw house is built out of plastic straws. So the message that she thinks she's changing the message. The message actually has to do with taking care of the environment. Andrew, do you think that message needed to be changed?
No. Maybe from a couple segments ago, maybe Natalie Portman can rewrite the Jesus scene that we saw with Netflix. How about that?
Yeah.
I mean, the Three Little Pigs don't even change it. Come on.
Yeah, but that's okay. But yet we have to tackle this.
It's St.
Exactly. Create your own story. It's the world's your oyster there, right? Write your own story.
It's St. Patrick's Day today. Is it going to be, what are we going to, is it St. Patrick, St. Patricia? Where are we going to go with this? What's next?
Oh, no.
I hope I didn't give anybody an idea.
I think that you just
I'm going to need a Guinness at some point when I get off tonight.
Oh, my goodness.
Trying to curry favor. Get right back in there.
So, Steve, what about one of the other messages that she's trying to change in one of the fables, and I'm not sure which one it is, she talks about true friendship not through superficial things, but instead a deep friendship being more important.
Natalie Portman has a lot of time on her hands.
Yes.
Obviously,
she's not getting a lot of calls.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any room in the Star Wars franchise for her anymore. So, what do you say to this? Why is it that some of the talented actors and actresses in Hollywood in real life are Looney Tunes? I mean, that's really, I can't say Looney Tunes. We're going to get that canceled too. So I don't even know what to say. I mean, I just don't know what to say about this. It's out there. It's nuts.
Yeah.
What are the piggies that go to market? Are they male or female? And the one that goes wee all the way home, was that male or female?
Right. So that's why that one she's trying to say is more about the environment. It was the City Mouse and the Country Mouse. We just put that up, so I remember that's where she's changing the message about friendship. So, she has a plan for everything. She said that she did this because reading these books to her children.
Okay, well, okay, Natalie,
Read different books.
Go for it. Good for you, but this is ridiculous. What a waste of time. You're an actress. You're a creative person. The world is your oyster. You have every resource at your feet. Write your own stuff. You don't need to rewrite this stuff. It's just virtue signaling. Because she could have written her own books, right? But to take these and say, I'm reworking them so they're not so problematic, that's very self-serving.
Spoken as a true Californian. Everybody's working on a script.
I have 3. If you'd like to, contact me.
But all of this also goes back to what I was talking about earlier. You know, why are certain messages acceptable and others are not? I mean, the woke left would have you accept performances like what we saw on the Grammys versus accepting these messages from these fables that were written, I mean, how many years ago? It just is really disingenuous.
Yeah, you can't take offense to what they did on the Grammys the other night, but you take offense to these pigs.
Yeah. I mean, what's more offensive? What you're seeing on your screen right now, which we can go ahead and take off?
And we can't tell you the name of the song.
I mean, let's just take that off. It's ridiculous. I mean, it's just, I feel so bad for little girls today and little boys seeing that.
Newsmax content.
Yeah, I mean, be a little more concerned about that than you are the tortoise and the hare.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Steve, final word on this?
Yeah, but I think it's just,
go ahead, Kara.
It's the idea that it's just desensitizing people to what their version of morality is, right?
Yeah.
That's a great point.
Desensitizing. All right, everyone, thank you so much for that. But coming up, we're not done yet. President Biden still speaking up over Governor Cuomo's harassment allegations, while many, even Democrats, call for Cuomo's resignation. So will Joe Biden be forced to bow to political pressure and call for Cuomo to leave office? That and more ahead on American Agenda.